That's the chilies, not quite sure if you can see that, but they're all in flower quite nicely. This is the aubergine plant, and if you look closely you can see that there's a tiny little aubergine growing inside there. What some of you call an eggplant, you know, that's the eggplant fruit growing. Got a slight problem with the mint in the fact we got some cuckoo spit on it, so maybe that won't be a very good one for this year, but never mind. Chives always do well. Masses of parsley. As you can see, the carrots are starting to develop the characteristic fronds, which shows that we've got real carrot plants growing. The number of courgettes we're going to have this year is going to be astounding, and it's just one out of God knows how many plants we got going. So we'll be doing very well in courgettes and marrow type plants. These are hopefully going to be mung bean plants. We might be able to get ourselves some beans growing if the weather's going to be good enough. So as you can see, they're growing quite nicely. This is one lot of peas we got growing. They're doing very nicely indeed. The netting here and the strings are there to keep the birds off. Beans we got, green beans we got, are going very nicely indeed. More bloody courgettes. Now, as you can see, we got straw around the base of these particular plants. Maybe you can tell what they are as a result of there being straw there. Think about it. Pear fruit's growing nicely. It's early in the year, we got apples growing already too. And the plums are doing quite nicely as well. Hi there, this is Nick on the Get Me Off Grid video blog, doing a few experiments with something which someone has thrown away, namely a satellite dish. I mean, the wonderful thing about this era is not necessarily the way in which we live and the technological advances that we have at the moment, but essentially some of the things that we throw away and what we could use for them. Now, one of my experiments, obviously you've seen that I can make a solar oven very easy. I want to make a solar grill as well. That's what the parabolic dish is there for. But I've also got to be able to apply a good enough quality reflector to the surface. Now, just using aluminium foil on this kind of like overcast day was enough to produce a warm spot. Not a hot spot, but a warm spot. About there, and it's so safe I can put my hand there, okay? It's not serious. It's warm, you know, it's comfortable, it's friendly, but it's not really hot. Now I got this material as well. This is one of those reflective blankets that you put around people who have got hypothermia. And it's just very, very thin plastic and very highly reflective. Again, it's very good as far as reflectivity is concerned, but being able to lay it perfectly onto the parabolic reflector of the dish itself without any wrinkles appearing, because this stuff can wrinkle like crazy, this aluminium foil can, is where we got the difficulties. Once we crack that, we should be able to boil water on a sunny day. We should be able to make ourselves some nice meals as well. So essentially solar grilling as well as solar oven roasting will be quite easy and quite possible. One thing I was thinking of doing would be to cut up some small tiles of cardboard and adhere the thermal blanket to it in tiny little squares and put all those tiny little squares like a mosaic around the dish and see whether that can do it to provide a better quality reflective surface. I'm not too sure whether this dish will be too small for it. I don't know. I think we should still be able to get some power output from it. Okay, this is what we got so far. I can't really test it properly because we've got more overcast sky. When we get a clearer sky, I'll show you the whole thing in operation. I had to create a smoother surface at the back, on the actual dish itself. And in order to do that, I covered the dish with, and this is going to make you laugh, a layer of flour and water glue, just an adhesive made from flour that you use for baking and water, just to provide a smooth and adhesive surface that I could then put the space blanket, or the cut out bit of space blanket on top. I then used a bit of sticky tape to just put little tabs around there to stop the bits that were being caught and blown up by the wind, keep those in place. I can put my hand about there, and there's some heat there even on an overcast day, but it's not quite enough to be able to actually make real cooking occur. But essentially, we're basically getting there. I want to get rid of this thing here, because I don't think that's all that positive. Oh, the sun's coming up, so I better get myself nice and safe and out of the way. And when we start getting some clear skies, we'll look forward to getting some cooking done. So we've got ourselves a solar grill. We can use that to heat the underside of a frying pan. We could use that to possibly boil some water. I want to make a pot stand for it as well, and then everything's going to start working out okay, so we can start getting my water to the right temperature, and we can do fuel-free cooking. So that's just another way in which we can exploit modern technology, thrown away, discarded modern technology in the form of the satellite dish, to make something that would actually work for us.